Hi, this is Amy, and I want to talk to you about a new tool that Google released recently that has really got me curious. It's called Assignments, and it is kind of like Google Classroom, but it does not work in conjunction with Google Classroom. It is a standalone, separate product. So I wanted to go through it with you today so that you can be knowledgeable about it and see if maybe it helps you with your work or someone you know. It is definitely a tool for people who do not have access to Google Classroom but who are using G Suite, which does impact a lot of people I know whose districts have adopted a learning management system. This is a part of G Suite. I do not see a way for it to be turned off. So once you sign up for the beta or it becomes fully available to everyone, you should have access to it regardless of your district's decisions. So let's go ahead and access it. I am accessing it from assignments.google.com. That's what I typed in to get here. Now, if you type in assignments.google.com and you get something like this, then if you have the opportunity there, this is your chance to go ahead and sign up for the beta so that you can take a look at this for yourself. Notice that in this form you are asked what your role is. So if you are the IT admin, this would be a great thing for you to fill out. Teachers, if you want to use this and you want to get the beta, you can ask for it, but you may also want your IT director to fill out this form. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what this tool has to offer. It's very simple, and I think that you will see how it relates to people who do not have Google Classroom access, because this is truly going to be a controller for Google Drive and a way to put out assignments that is going to be extremely simple. So we're going to go ahead and create a new course. We're going to call it Sample Course YouTube, and we'll click Create. Now we're going to give our course a title and fill out this information, and I'll show you what I've typed in before I move on. So I have typed in the title of the assignment and the directions for the assignment. I can choose my points and my due date right here if I choose, or I can leave the due date blank. And now I'm going to attach something from my Google Drive. So I'm going to find a document that I use as an assignment. So I've selected this file from my Google Drive. It's a Google Doc, and I'll go ahead and click Add. Notice that I do not have an option right here. Each student will get a copy. That's how this tool works. If I want, I can keep attaching more files to this assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this. It's a picture. We'll see how that looks. If I want, I can create a rubric from here. This rubric tool works exactly like the one in Google Classroom, and I can also enable originality point reports, and originality reports are unlimited while this beta is going on, which makes me think that later on they will not be unlimited. So you might want to try this out now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and publish this assignment now so we can take a look at it. All right, here's where it gets really interesting. So this assignments link is what I've got to get to my students so that they can access this. Right now, there is no shortener built into this. I would expect to see that at some point because I don't think that the average person is going to easily be able to type all this in. But if you were logged into a Gmail account, or if your school district has got our domain whitelisted, you should be able to see this assignment. So what I'm going to do is copy this link and then move over to another account so that I can view this assignment as a student and show you what it looks like. All right, I have pasted the link to the assignment into an account in the same domain. It does have to be a domain that has access to assignments. So I've pasted it in, and now I'm going to join the course so that we can take a look at it as a student. All right, so here we are. We see this one page. We really don't have a lot of information here at all. With our hot dogs up there, we can click those and we can see our waffle. if we click up here, this is just going to show us the account that we're logged in right now. So this page is just really like nothing at all. So I'm going to go ahead and click the file that I have assigned here so we can take a look at how this is similar or different from Google Classroom. So now what I would do is complete my assignment, which I'm going to do really quickly. And by the way, if our domain is whitelisted for you or you're using a Gmail account, I think you will be able to complete this assignment too, and I'll give you a link to it in just a minute. All right, I have followed the directions, completed the assignment, and now I'm going to go back over to my assignments page. Let's take a look at the picture that I added. So it opens up in a new tab and I can see the image that I added to the assignment. If I want to, I can add other files to this. It looks like I also have an option to upload. That's nice. And I can create new Google files right from here. I'm going to put some more text into my document so we can take a look at the originality report. All right, so I've added some text that I copied and pasted from Wikipedia into my document. So let's go back over and look at this as a student, and I'm going to go ahead and check the originality. All right, let's view the originality report where we should find out this is plagiarized. And it certainly did flag that passage and show us that that text is plagiarized. But let's go ahead and pretend that we're going to turn it in anyway. So we'll go ahead and click submit. And that's interesting. So it took the file that I sent myself as a teacher and it's going to have me resubmit that also. Interesting. So I can remove that and then I'll submit. And we'll find out what happens both on my side as a student and on the teacher side to this file. All right, so I get a message that my assignment has been submitted there. That's nice. And I can unsubmit it if I want. Let's go to Google Drive and see where this file is and what the permissions on it are. So this is my file in Google Drive. I am warned that my access has expired, and that's so that I cannot keep working on it while it has been turned in and submitted for grading. And let's see where it's living in my Google Drive. So this is interesting. When I go into File and look at the document details, it is not in the classroom folder. It's in a folder created specifically for this course. I'll show it to you in the context of Drive. All right, so now I have a special folder called Assignments that I did not create. This was created for me. And here is the sample course folder, subfolder. Here's my assignment. All right, so this is what it looks like from the student's perspective. Let's go back and take a look at the teacher's perspective. All right, so here we are looking at this from the teacher's perspective. And I can click on it and take a look at my sort of page here about this document that I've assigned. I can open this assignment up as a teacher. Just like in Google Classroom, it looks like I would be able to scroll through my multiple students right here. I can see that there's a flagged passage for that originality, from that originality report that we ran. I can click right here and submit a grade and some feedback. And I can also send private comments to my students or create in the comment bank just like in Google Classroom. And of course, I can also, use the built-in comments feature right here. When I'm finished, I can return this to my student, which will give them editing permissions back again. Or I could come up here to the down arrow and return multiples. I could return everything all at the same time. So there's one more thing that you probably need to take a look at if you do not have an LMS and Google Classroom is turned off in your domain, and that is how are we going to get this assignment to our students. So let's take a look at how we can do that. So from the assignments page, what we're going to do is click this share link button, and then we'll click copy. And then what we want to do is we want to paste that URL into our Omnibox and then shorten it. So if you do not already have the Bitly extension installed, this is a great purpose for installing it. So what I can do now is I can use my Bitly extension. I can shorten that URL and copy it. This is going to be a URL that anyone would be able to type in. And then this is my simulated student account. So let's say my student typed in that exact URL. Let's see what happens. So this is great. My student's going to be able to access his or her assignment right from that short URL. And remember, all of these pages are web addresses. So I'm going to turn my bookmarks bar on with Control-Shift-B, Command-Shift-B on a Mac. And if you wanted to have your student bookmark an assignment, then they can do that by dragging that lock right down onto the bookmarks bar or using the star. So I hope that helps you understand what Google Assignments does, what it is, and I guess most importantly, whether or not you need it or it can help someone you know. So that's it for assignments.google.com. Hope you enjoyed that and learned something new.